We got on an airplane to fly to St. Louis to play in what they call the premier high school event in the country called the KMOX Coca-Cola Shootout. And the pilot comes on the air saying we have one of the nation's top high school basketball programs. In that 1 year, we went to St. Louis and got to see a lot of snow. We went to Baltimore to the Charm City Classic and played against some great competition as well. It seemed like every time we would get a good trip, my athletic director would say, hey, we got a chance to go here. And he would mention it every time we turned around, so I figured that's where we were going. I just asked him, do we need to put it on the schedule? Because he liked to travel, we all like to travel. And not only Rudy and these people, if you came to athletic period during evaluation time, we had as many as 20 head coaches to watch athletic period. And we're talking about Lou Olson, we're talking about all of Eddie Sutton, Lon Kruger, people like that. And then one day we had 16, but one of them was Coach K, Mike Krzyzewski. So we always had people here evaluating our kids. Talking about the kids, we had 3 excellent trainers. Johnny Boo was a trainer for this team, Ron Eversole was a trainer for this team, and Rajad Sharma, and they did a great job. Had an excellent staff. My freshman B coach was Ken Savant. My freshman A coach was Neil Laminack. Sophomore coach was Bob Notabard, who was also our baseball coach. And of course my assistant in right arm was Chuck Kinney, who served this place a long time. I think he's still working to be a man for others here at Jesuit, but was very blessed to have a group of coaches like that. Players, our sophomore class was excellent. We had, not here tonight, Broderick Hicks, who had a great deal of confidence. If you ever watched Broderick play, he's kind of like LeBlanc, never met a shot he didn't like, and that worked out good sometimes because he really started the year maybe a little shaky as a sophomore would be, ended the year on a real high note, being on the floor as we won the state championship. We also had Justin Boker, who's not here tonight. Justin signed with University of Manhattan, later transferred and finished his career at Nebraska. Other sophomores would be Matt Stewart. Matt was a starter at Memorial as a freshman, which lets you know that Matt was a pretty good basketball player. He also played a major part in a couple of state championships here at Strake Jesuit. And the 2 that I'd say for last in that class, Sammy Adamo came here about a 5'8" shooter. Could shoot the ball, knew he could shoot the ball, loved to shoot the ball. Another one that never met a shot he didn't like. But at the same time became a big-time player if you got to watch him grow. Okay. Sammy and I had an interesting conversation in Beaumont one night. We were playing Beaumont Kelly, and I didn't think the defense was that good, and so I just politely asked Sammy if he would find his man, and he politely told me, Coach, I have my man, and so I said, would you just come down and sit with me and we'll talk a little bit. We'll be real nice to each other. We'll see if we can find your man. And we didn't find him that night, but we didn't have any trouble with Samuel's defense after that. The thing that I remember most about Sammy is we're playing the state championship game. He's on the floor after a pretty shaky KMOX Coca-Cola shootout where I had 3 sophomores on the floor because of foul trouble, Ed, Broderick Hicks, and Sammy. And it didn't go too well for us up there. I think we took a pretty bad beating, if I can remember, and there weren't so many that I couldn't remember the bad ones. And I can remember telling those 3 sophomores, you got to grow up now. This is not St. Michael's anymore. It's not Missouri City Middle School. This is high school basketball. And an event like this was really top notch. At the end of the year, those 3 guys were on the floor as we won a state championship and played major roles. Sammy chipped in a bucket at the buzzer. If he doesn't hit that bucket, we're not here right now. Ed Carbo, Jake Bosco fouls out. Ed Carbo goes in and gets on the glass as a sophomore. Does a great job. If he doesn't do that, we're not here today. And then of course, Broderick played real well as he always did in big games. The junior class, we had 2 young men. Mike Latano was not here tonight, but Mike was a 2-sport athlete. He was a baseball player and a basketball player. And Derek Wilturner is here. And Derek was a 2-sport athlete as well. Played basketball, very fundamentally sound, always gave you a great effort and worked hard at practice, and also ran track. The thing about our team, the worst thing I could do to the opponent would be pull my starters. Because those second reinforcements, I never called them second stringers or sub because they were very good. They could have started in a lot of places. Would always go in and really do a good job of scoring, and we usually would go from a 20-point lead to a 30 or 40-point lead, and probably the worst thing I could do was put those guys in, but they had to punt because they worked hard every day, and that was neat to watch them progress. Michael, of course, and McCool are here tonight. Jake's not. We have some other seniors that aren't here tonight. Blake Swoboda, A.J. White, and Leonard Montilla all came out of middle schools in the private league and were all good players. We were fortunate enough to have a lot of really good players come here and play with other really good players instead of come here and be the show themselves. A lot of guys had to sacrifice their roles that they had maybe in middle school to do it for the good of the team. And that's one thing these kids did. They were team players. Jake, of course, was, as a sophomore, a project. By the time he was a junior or senior, he was a big-time player. There's no question about that. Michael was probably as good a high school player as I've ever been fortunate enough to coach. The Chronicle nicknamed him Silk, and of course he went on to play overseas. And one thing I can remember about McCool Cannonbar is that in the state championship game, we're playing Dallas Jesuit. It's anybody's game, and there's a loose ball. And whoever gets possessed of that loose ball is going to have the momentum to finish this game out. And it's between Jonathan Howard, who probably our state champion, TCIO sprinter, and ended up playing football at Notre Dame, and McCool Cannonbar. Where's McCool? McCool's probably the only guy I ever coached that could actually dunk without jumping. If you're watching McCool, he had a nice reach, let's put it like that. But anyway, McCool won that. He won that sprint. And I remember that every day. And it's been a long time ago, 18, 19 years, but that kind of effort typified this team. As I said, if Sammy doesn't hit that free throw, if Michael LeBlanc doesn't take over down the stretch like he's supposed to, Ed Parklow don't go fill in for Jake Bosco, and if Broderick Hicks doesn't step up as a sophomore, we're not here tonight. But a lot of people's efforts, very honored to be here, great place. I tell people it's a once in a lifetime. When you coach 40 years, 6 of them here, once in a lifetime. Never forget. Great people. You see NJ out here, Billy McDonald, Mike Crowley. It's such a good place. I see a couple of St. Thomas guys, I guess, like Ray Marshall and Jerry Donahue. I guess they felt like if you can't beat them, we're going to join them. I don't understand what they're doing, but they're here. All right. That's all I have to say. Thank you very much.